Okay, you guys, I just wanted to jump on here because I'm out of class. My classes really don't end until until Sunday for this week here, week 2. So I'm kind of glad that I went ahead and got my assignments out the way. I do have to submit some papers off for my professors, so that's pretty much what I'm gonna get ready to do here, you guys. I have been dealing with of course, the cold weather here, just like you guys have been dealing with it. I'm out of class right now until probably tomorrow. I'm gonna log back into class and then submit some stuff off. Today has been kind of busy for me because I've been just kind of going through this transition process of getting things situated for me and my kids with us moving. Where we're moving, it's definitely going to be back in the city area. So we're moving back into the city, you guys. Everything is just so crazy right now. So we are moving, and I had to kind of get the process going for my kids with this transition, which they are not taking this transition easy at all, but it is for the best that we leave. Already found our place where we're going to be living wise. It's in a remote, safe area, really good area for me and my kids. Good school system where they're going to be. So that is another good point. And the good thing about it, because when kids have been in one particular school system and then you transition them to another school system, they may not adapt to that school system well. But the good thing about the school system that my kids are going to be going to, it pretty much services all of my children in one school system. So this is a good thing for us. I just wanted to get on here to kind of let you guys know what's going on. Um, you know, I know that I haven't been on here in the last couple of days, really since the storm. So it is still cold here. We have some more frigid days ahead, but for the most part, it is a very easy transition, but it's a little bit hard emotionally, especially for my kids because they were acquainted with the teacher, acquainted with their friends at the school, and then, of course, getting adjusted into one school system, which was very familiar to them. And now we are being put back in another environment, which I am familiar with. I am familiar with. And you guys, there was some other property I was looking at. Um, Hold on, you guys. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I'm getting a lot of phone calls because I'm waiting on a lot of phone calls. I've been dealing with one school system, another school system, just kind of getting everything lined up here properly so there's no confusion, there's no mishaps, there's none of that once the time gets here for us to move and the transition kind of can continue on free smoothly. But I honestly think that this is what is needed. I know that I'm going the right direction, you guys, because if things were not going the right direction, things would not line up the way that it needs to be. I did look at some other properties in the area, but one of the places that I did inquire about, they're not going to have anything available when the time comes for us to move. And then we looked at another property, what kind of put us out of an area that I wasn't familiar with and did not like. So I did luck up and find an area that can work um, for me and my kids. That's gonna put us in a very familiar area, very familiar location, not too far from where I used to live about 2 years ago in Baton Rouge. So it's actually like a 7 minute drive, really. So it's just putting us on the opposite side of town. So that is a good thing. I just wanted to get on here and let you guys know that I've been busy with school, I've been busy with packing, I've been busy with preparing to transition my kids and I to our new home, new address, kind of getting this transition going for them. Um, Hopefully, it's not too hard for them, but for the most part, I am pushing for time pertaining to moving because I need to be moved within the next couple of weeks. So this is kind of the plan. The latest would be the third week in February, which I'm hoping it's not too far for us to be moved by then. But there is a process, and right now there are some delays that I'm dealing with. My ex decided to kind of get some legal stuff going here, so he didn't know anything about us moving, but there is some legal stuff that he has kind of conjured up here, and there is a possibility we may have to go back to court due to his, you know, legal crap that he has us in. It's nothing that I put us in. It's something that he's keep petitioning for through the courts. And this is what you men do. You guys just love drama. You love drama. You love chaos. You don't know how to just live normally or function normally. You have to literally make it hard for women. And the good thing about us moving, you guys, he will not know where we're entirely living, which will make my home peaceful, and I won't have to worry about his chaotic drama and us co-parenting. I will be able to meet him somewhere in town to pick up the kids rather than him coming to my home to pick up our kids. So that is going to be the good thing once we do move, because I really don't want my ex at my home, like literally. All you men do, like I said, is you just create drama. You make it hard for women in co-parenting. You make it hard for women who have gone on with their lives if they're your exes, and women are just trying to live and function, but this is what these men do. So there may be some legal, and you guys know I went to court literally all last year for him. Like I had to take him to court for like some really serious stuff, and then he took me to court. And this is just what these men do, you guys. It is just to the best you don't have children for men, especially if you don't want to deal with the legal stuff in the court system. So he is aware that we are moving and everything, because I did tell him last week, but I did not give him a location of where we're going to be. And I'm not until after we're moved and settled, the area what we're going to be in and so on for legal purposes. But outside of that, when it actually comes to co-parenting, yeah, he will have to meet me somewhere else when it comes to exchanging our kids. Preferably a safe location, a public place, not at my home, not at his home. Okay? That's literally it. So I did find a school for my kids, and the good thing about this school that I found, you guys, it services, from pre-K all the way to the eighth grade. It's one of those academy schools. So My kids will all be in the same school system. So I won't have to worry about having to go to this school, that school, da 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 da. It's really, really easy and convenient to literally, they're just all going to go to the same school. So when I went to go contact the school board office in Baton Rouge, I was inquiring about, what school they were going to be in. And the school board office told me which area, which school they're going to be in. So that just makes this very, very simple. Um, Outside of that, that's how you know things are going the right direction, when things can kind of fall together like that and you're not dealing with confusion or anything like that. And I know it has been stressful, with trying to stay here in town, and of course dealing with toxic people, toxic family members. But I honestly think the universe wants me out of the town that I'm in, and it really wants me to go to a different location. So even with the place, very smooth sailing, you guys, very smooth sailing, no problems, no hiccups. I mean, boom, boom, boom. You know, it's just a matter of me, paying my rent, paying my deposit, which is relatively cheap than what I was paying in my last apartment in Baton Rouge. I was paying like 1,100. This particular home is gonna cost me. It's gonna save me $200 or more. So I did find our apartment. Everything is great, and it's just a matter of now transitioning into our new home. I have started kind of packing and sorting some things that uh, we're going to take and what we're not going to take. I do have a storage unit here in town. So, in the event I need to come back, up in town here, my hometown here, I can just easily go to my storage unit and get whatever I need to get out of there. Outside of that, I'm going to be about 45 minutes from home. Yes, my family is panicking because they do see that I am packing to leave and they're not sure how to handle this. And my kids are having a hard time with the transition because they've gotten comfortable in the school systems that they're in. And the bus drivers are not happy about the transition either because they've gotten attached to my kids. But this is the year where you black women, you're going to have to start cutting off things that just do not serve you, because everybody wants you guys to sacrifice your happiness for them and to put them first and to put their needs first. But nobody thinks about your needs, my needs, our needs. And I'm at a point in my life where anything that is not good for my mental, emotional well being or anything, it has to go. It has to go. Between my ex, between certain family members, I have gone no contact or limited contact with them. I don't need this weird toxic energy coming along with me in my new home. And the good thing about us leaving in these particular apartments, they actually help you to kind of transition into your own home if you're ready to buy. So these are the kind of apartments that I'm going to be living in. The way how this economy is going, I seriously doubt I want to buy a home right now in this economy under this current administration. Um, so it's one of those types of transitional homes, you guys. Beautiful apartments. I don't have to worry about bringing a whole lot of furniture because everything's equipped in there because I made sure to get it in there. So I don't have to bring a whole lot of stuff. And I already have like containers of stuff that I'm gonna bring when we move, kitchen essentials, bathroom essentials, etc. So I don't really have to worry about that too much, and that can kind of save me a lot of money. It's looking like the only thing that I am gonna have to come out of pocket and pay for is uniforms for my kids because they're leaving one school system, having to go into another one. Uniform colors tend to change. So I do have to come out of pocket for that, which is not going to cost me much. But, when you're moving, the biggest thing is making sure that you can cover all basic essential needs. So you guys, this is, like I said, it's not an easy transition for my kids or for my family because toxic people. Not my kids. Toxic people don't know that they're toxic. They'll never take accountability for anything. But not only that, they don't think that they're the problem. So, once you start cutting these types of people out of your life, you guys, your life will get better. More and more opportunities will come for you once you can start freeing yourself of people who really don't belong in your life. My life path is taking me back to the city. And I've done countless readings over the last couple of days, you guys, on myself, and the same cards keep coming up. The Death card keeps coming up. The Tower card keeps coming up. The Six of Swords keep coming up. It's the same cards over and over and over and over again. It is literally indicating to me that this is a transition that I'm in. This is a transformation that I'm in, and this has to happen. Like, this move has to happen. It has to happen. It's literally putting me right back where I was never supposed to leave, you guys, ever. Like, I kid you not, the same location that I was in a couple of years ago when I was in school back in 2023, it's now putting me right back in the same location again. Just a 7 minute difference in drive. Same area, same everything. You can't make this up. It's literally meant for me to be in Baton Rouge. And it's crazy, but it's just how life rolls the dice. And life is just so full of surprises, you guys. And right now, I am hit with a lot of tower moments because um, the last thing that I was thinking about was relocating. I had it in my mind that we were going to be here in town, but that's not how the cards are playing out. No. So I am familiar with the area that we are going to be in because I've lived in this area. So it's not like we're not going into an area that's not familiar. Um, and I think once my kids get to this area, we get to our home, they'll see, okay, it's still the same place we were at. This is very familiar to me, you know, and it's not going to be hard once we get there. And I think once they get to the school and they see that, they're all going to be together, um, I think it's going to be great because the school that they're going to is more like a magnet school for gifted children, children with disabilities, etc. So once they get there and they're all together, they're going to realize that they're going to be able to support each other all in this one school system. It's not going to be like they're around new people. So I don't think that's going to be a hard transition. Yeah, but yeah, you guys, I'm still pulling the same card, Six of Swords, Death card, Tower card. All of these cards are about transformation, transitioning, getting to calmer waters. It's just the same sets of cards each and every time I pull them. Um, it's all giving me the same set of cards. It does not matter how I ask the question, I'm getting the same sets of cards along with other cards. So, and then of course, I was told that this had to happen months ago, like last year. So, nothing what's going on is brand new, but it is brand new to people who are not accepting of change. And a lot of people don't like change. A lot of people don't like to accept change. But change sometimes opens doors for better. And sometimes it's not the environment you're in. Sometimes it's the people that you're around that's hindering you from growing and evolving and healing. And like I keep telling you guys on my channel, you cannot heal in an environment where it's toxic or dysfunctional. You just can't. You have to let people go. Another thing how I know that I'm going through a transformation is because there are a lot of delays on a lot of things, like a lot of delays. And that just means that something big is coming that's going to kind of clear everything out. Whatever these blockages are, wherever the negativity is, like cutting through the red tape kind of sense, that's kind of what's going on right now. A lot of delays, you guys. And this legal stuff that my ex has thrown in the mist, he's a part of this transformation or transition. Um, it's not going to work out for him, and he's not going to win in the end. With the whole court and legal crap that he has us in, he's just He is delaying me from moving forward now, but that will clear itself out here soon on its own timing. I'm not worried about that. But yeah, sometimes you guys, it's not the environment, it's the people that you're around. And sometimes it is the environment and the people that you're around. You have to be willing to let these people go so that you can heal and grow and evolve. And the problem is, a lot of people don't want to grow, they don't want to evolve, and they don't want to heal or make changes. And I'm at a point in my life, I'm getting tired of meeting people who have nothing going on in their life, and I'm tired of having to settle for people because you're family, because you're my friend, because this, and that. There comes a point in time where we have to free ourselves of these types of people because they have nothing going on in their lives and you do, and they're jealous of that. They're very jealous of that. My objective is peace, it is healing. And in order to obtain that, you have to sometimes make sacrifices. So the sacrifice that I had to make was getting me and my children out of one environment into another environment where it can allow us to be at peace. Okay. Um, Unfortunately, I'm not responsible for other people's happiness. I'm not responsible for other people's needs and wants. And I think a lot of you out there, you sit around and you need people to validate your happiness, your existence, your needs, your wants. You have to take care of your own needs and wants. It is not the responsibility of other people to do that. It's not. And if you're sitting around waiting on people to validate you in that, then you're already going to fail in this relationship or whatever you're trying to build with somebody. Um, is my family happy about us leaving? No, they're not happy. And I really don't care how they feel. And let me tell you why I don't care how they feel. Because people who are miserable, who cannot see other people happy, are narcissistic and they're codependent. And somebody like that who relies on other people's feelings, mood, emotions, and lifestyle choices, these are the types of people who need validation to live. I'm not here to live through people. I'm also not here to validate anybody's feelings. I'm simply doing what's best and what I'm led to do for me and my children. And, I know we're going to be 45 minutes from family, but let me tell you something. I've lived 45 minutes from family, and they liked them and went crazy. And I had to set some very hard boundaries upon leaving because they had a very, very hard time living their lives without the attachment. And a lot of people are attached to people unhealthily, and their whole entire life has been consumed by other people's existence, which further proves that a lot of people out here just cannot be in their own company. They cannot be in their own space. There are just some people out here who don't like themselves. They don't love themselves. They can't be in their own living quarter unless somebody's in there with them. They need a partner in the home with them. They need a partner in the bed. I have a sister like that. She just can't go without a man. She needs a man to lay in the bed with her. She needs a man to be in the home with her. It's like you need to live for you and your children. I don't need that. I don't need a partner up under me like that. And there are just some people, like I said, they just cannot be alone. They can't be in their own home by themselves. I love living alone. I love being in my own space by myself, just me and my children. And even if I did not have children, I love being in my own space. I really do. And I really don't want to give up that space for anything else or anybody else. And that's why I'm not too enthused on buying a home right now, because I don't need all of that living quarter space right now. And if, let's say, hypothetically, my children were grown and they decided to leave the nest to go live in their own homes or whatever like that, I would fully support them in doing that and probably get a dog to bring into the home, with me. So, um, I'm just at that place, you guys. And like I said, a lot of people just can't function without another human being next to them. There is a new study that has come out that women are more happier when they have pets in the bed with them than a man. You men are being replaced by pets, you're being replaced by peace, you're being replaced by battery operated toys. You men definitely need to work on yourself, or else you're not going to have access to a woman. And I'm just telling you what's going on because um, women are just getting tired of you men. And okay, someone just text messaged me. I need to see what's going on here. What is this? Okay. Yeah, that was the school board office. Okay. And yeah, I'm still dealing with the schools. I have to drop off textbooks at the school workbooks. And my kids are like, why do we have to turn these things in? And I'm like, you guys are withdrawn from the school. You're no longer in the school system here. So I have to get all of their books together and, turn them into the school and pick up paperwork. Yeah, it's a lot when you're moving. It's a lot. So they're like, why do we have to clean out our book sacks? Yeah, they're having a hard time transitioning, you guys. My oldest daughter says she's never, ever going to turn in these books. And I'm like, you have to turn in the books, or else I'm going to have to pay for the books that you refuse to give me to turn in, because this has hit them like a ton of bricks as well. And I knew that this move was going to happen. Everybody else didn't know it was going to happen. And it's catching everybody off guard. And I feel like this is a reckoning that's happening, not for my children. It's a reckoning happening for my family, my ex, and everyone who I've been in communications with. And this is why I keep telling people, if you don't make the changes, people are going to make the changes for you. I'm the type of person, I'm never going to ask you to change. I'm never going to ask you to fix yourself for me. I'm simply just going to remove my existence from you. And meaning removing my existence means cutting you off. And I'm the type of energy, when I cut you off, I don't want anything else to do with you. You go your own way and you find your own path. And that's the mentality that I have when it comes to cutting people off. Um, that's the energy that I have. I'm literally cutting you off. That's it. That's it. It's cutting you off, moving on, and being done with you and your energy. And with the tower card for my situation, energy is saying that I'm never ever to come back to this area again. That's literally the tower card. Never ever 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 come back to this area again. This whole entire foundation has to be destroyed. And I'm not talking about physically destroyed. I'm talking about when anytime you see the tower card comes up in a reading pertaining to moving, relationships, that's literally the breaking down of an old system, belief system, environment. That's literally what it means. It's literally the tower moment. It's like it catches you off guard. And that's what's happening with my family. They're losing their minds right now. Now, I want to be perfectly clear. We're only moving 30 to 45 minutes from here. So just imagine if I were moving an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, even out of state, what these folks would be doing. Um, it's really sad. It's really sad. I think it's the emotional blockages that I'm dealing with right now. So I do have some manifestation work to do to release these blockages that are going on right now, possibly with the root chakra and the crown chakra. So I do have some work to do here in a moment. And that's what I'm going to be doing because everything is just frozen. Everything's frozen, you guys. My bank account is frozen. It's delayed with deposits that are just pending, that's not being released. I have other money that's pending. I have business stuff that's pending. That's what I mean by the blockages. That's the negativity energy or negative energy that I have to release so that things can be released and keep moving forward. And sometimes people can put these blockages in play so that you can't move forward. So this is why it's important you guys have to cut off toxic people, because they will hinder you from growing. They will hinder you from moving forward. They will also cock block you of your blessings. Everything's there waiting on me, but the issue is there's blockages and nothing's being released. Um, Ironically, I am able to move around everything to do what I need to do, even though the blockages are there. But I can't get to point B until I release a, part A is cleared. I can't get to part C until part B and A is cleared. As you can see, you can't do one thing without the other. So right now, everything's just blocked, and that's the negativity there that's being harvested. So I need to release that energy. um yeah, so I have a lot of work that I need to do from now until the next couple of weeks so things can kind of release on the right time. And then every time these types of moves happen, it's always at the last minute. Everything kind of comes in at one time. When that energy is released, it all comes pouring in. I get crazy unexpected deposits. Yeah, I get all kind of crazy things, popping up in my account, or checks are being issued to me, money that I didn't even know I had pending, that kind of stuff. It's all about timing. It's the release and switch of timing of energy when these types of things happen, because the devil really doesn't want you to have access to peace or happiness. And it really doesn't want you to be blessed abundantly with prosperity. So, yeah, I am going to be working on some affirmations today, tomorrow, in the next couple of days. The things are released, you know. So